Games in a row at home for the Tigers. Next weekend, they will take on Mizzou here at the friendly confines. Leading off for BYU will be Ilana Ogbayani. Ogbayani will lead things off. A .329 hitter, squares to bunt. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Coming to the plate now is Maddie Bejarano, the junior, hitting .344 in the middle of the lineup. 21 hits and 61 at-bats. Squares to bunt. Puts it down, left side. Coffee has it, fires to first in time, and the sacrifice bunt puts a runner in scoring position. Ava with 16 hits and 47 at-bats, hitting .340. She has played in 16 of BYU's 22 games. Well, that one's low, and she just got a piece of it. Fouls it at the field. Breaking, leading off for the Tiger offense, Danica Coffee. Coffee looks at the first pitch. Coffee already back in the box, down 0-1. Won't offer of making those tough plays look routine over at the hot corner. The 1-1, swinging, lifting in the air, but foul over the third base side. Premier, who leads LSU in stolen bases, she's second in runs scored. Squared to bunt, pulled it back. Korth stares into her battery mate, Haley Morrow. Now she has what she wants. The 0-1. Outspeed. Briggs pops a bunt up, foul territory, almost into the glove of Epinesa, who came in. The home plate umpire must have had some kind of angle obscured. The third round. Defense comes set as the wind blows in hard from center field to the plate. Is 3-0 all time against BYU. Against the field, when you throw in NC State and Louisiana Tech, the Tigers are 29-1 all time against the Purple and Gold Challenge field. Swung on, bring at Burzon, the 2-2 chopped foul at the plate. 2-2 to the leadoff hitter Morrow, chopped high on the ground, right side of the infield. Here's the charge by Petty. The flip to first is just in time. Everything Coach Tarina and the staff have asked of her. When Pleasance was out, she was able to switch over middle of the infield, play a little shortstop, made play, started hits and 50 at-bats, but does have 4 home runs. Burzon behind in the count, 1-0. That one stares in at Burzon, hits the 1-1, back up the middle, past Pleasance into center field. A one-out single, the first hit of the game for BYU. Zavodnik went with one on the outside part of the plate, just drove it back up the middle. Hitting .263 in her senior season, lifts this one in the air, it's knocked down. Center fielder Briggs makes the catch, that one's too easy. And LSU. Korth toes the rubber for BYU. The 2-1 to Clark. Puts it in the air, foul. Deals. Breaking ball upstairs, and Clark's too aggressive out in front of it. The score to put LSU up 2-0. She stares into Korth, the 1-0. The 2-0 to her. 4 strikeouts to start the game for the BYU starter, Kaysen Korth. Here's her 30th pitch. Here's the 3-1. Upstairs, Petty swings through it, and the count. She'll have a runner on first and Petty with 1 out. Korth starts her off with a. See if she's swinging here on a 1-0. Outs called. They'll go out and talk with her in the circle. She was smoking. Struck out the side in the first. Coffee, Briggs, and Newland started off Clark. This Gutierrez with 1 out and a runner on. Looks at the payoff pitch. Runners away with it. The 3-2 hit on a line into left center field. It'll drop. Making the turn is Petty. She's going into third base, and standing on second is Raylene Gutierrez. Has battled and battled there, and the payoff pitch was a little lineup after missing 4 games. She squares to bunt. It's another suicide squeeze. LSU scores. No throw to the plate. They'll get Pleasance down at first, and Taylor. Nice job by Pleasance there. You've got to make contact, otherwise you hang your runner from third out to dry. She did. Kaysen Korth with the 2. Korth stares into Morrow. The 3-1 hit into the glove of the third baseman Epinesa on a line. But LSU scores 1 run on 1 hit, 1 left on. We're 2 complete, and the Tigers have an early lead. Team. Chopper at the plate by Alexis Giglio is fouled, first base line. Giglio comes in looking like a fastball, and then it goes. I think Agbayani now hitting .329 on the year. Time called. Looks like we mentioned that Ilana's father, Benny Agbayani, played in the majors. Her mother played college softball at Hawaii. Her sister Aaliyah plays for Cal. All-out effort in foul territory by Coffey, trying to catch a foul ball, but it's just past her glove. Now Maddie Bejarano will come to the plate. She dropped a sacrifice bunt. Swings at the first pitch. It's off the wrist of Berzon. Still rolling. Petty will pick it up at second. Outside part of the plate. That one went to the left of Berzon and her glove hand, but just wasn't able to pick it up cleanly. Ava struck out back in the first inning. Swings hard at this one, and they will address the error to Berzon on that one that went to her off the bat of Bejarano. Runner on first, 2 outs. Hunter Ava, the senior, behind in the count 0-2. Waited on this one, sends it past the diving glove of Pleasance at shortstop. The inning continues. Don't want her to get on track. That is a dangerous bat. BYU off Sydney Berzon. Now Martha Epinesa, who struck out looking to end the first inning, comes to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Epinesa comes set, runners on second and first. Here's the 40th pitch of the game by Berzon. She certainly has some wins against name opponents this year as a freshman. She beat Wisconsin, won in Tempe against Arizona State, beat Oregon State, also has wins over Long Beach State and UNLV. The 3-0. She's ready to rock. Won't offer at the 3-1. Stewart off first base. Coffey stands in, squares to bunt, drops it in front of the plate. They won't even field it. Coffey scampers down to first base with an infield bunt single. 2 on, nobody out. Briggs struck out in the middle of the first. Court's first offering to her, she squared. Stewart standing off second. Coffey, who runs well, off first. Briggs drops the bunt, right side. The throw to third for the force out is in time. Ani to come over from shortstop on contact and cover the bag. Epinesa's throw was true. She sends it into the left field corner. At least 1 run's going to score. Coach Tarina, I believe, and the throw to third base looks to be heading into the glove before Stewart makes contact with the bag on the replay here at Tiger Park. First pitch to her by Korth. Newland standing in the back of the box, looks at the 1-0. Epinesa to in the third. She shot. Now Alyssa Patoracek-Foss comes to the plate. First pitch swinging. It's a high chopper to Pleasance. It's short. The relay over to first in time.
To school with the best women's sports fans. Scan the QR code on the video board now to boost LSU's rank, and you'll become eligible to win hundreds of dollars in.
Pitcher in the ball game for BYU. 2-0 to Petty. Agbayani finally to shortstop. This one's lifted into the air, opposite field. Running a long way is Bejarano in foul territory. Can't catch up with it. In the circle here at Tiger Park. Outside part of the plate. That one's fouled off, and the count remains full. That one's third base side into the BYU bullpen. Strikes. First pitch swinging back up the middle. Agbayani gives up the leadoff single to Carly Petty. She's reached base twice today. And back in the second, and now Gutierrez, who's singled in her first at bat, comes to the plate. Here with a runner on first and no one out. Gutierrez swings, pulls it to the right side of the infield. Fielded cleanly by Patoracek-Foss. She'll flip to first in time. See if she gets a hack in here behind 0-1. She'll square to bunt, puts it down right side. They'll try and cut the runner down at third base, and they do it again. Right down Broadway, call. Full count to Rudity. Runners on second and first with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. LSU leading 1-0. Lifted into the air, left field. Going back is Bejarano, makes a great catch over her shoulder, and the runners both have to go back to second and first. Robbed all the way out on the track. Bejarano turned, ran back to her right, and made the catch as she tiptoed into the track. Pleasant really have a nice flourish to her senior season. It's DePaul and Missouri. She got the win against DePaul. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the 1-2 to Savannah Stewart. Waits on it, fouls it, third base side. Here's the payoff pitch to Stewart. Puts it on the ground, through the legs of the third baseman, Epinesa. Gutierrez comes around third, dives back in. There's a runner at every base for LSU. Swinging on the ground, shortstop has it, fires to second in time, and Podoracek gets the out. LSU strands them loaded. The lead 2 to Barber. Giglio certainly one of them. Taps it in play. Berzon fields, throws to first in time. The ball's heading towards her mitt, but Giglio is stepping on the bag at first base and hitting .329. She started every game in her freshman season for BYU. Berzon checks her wrist. Now she has what she wants. The 0-1. Agbayani taps this one to Berzon. Looks to cut down the runner at second base, and instead she throws to first. Not in. Agbayani flew down to first base. And unfortunately, Petty was not over at second. Bejarano has reached twice tonight. Boy, that one got all the way by Newland. That one off of Newland. The run's going to come in to score. We're tied. So Giglio comes around to score. Agbayani now standing on third base. This one's hit on the ground. Fair ball off the glove of Gutierrez at first, and the run will score. Agbayani crosses home plate, and BYU takes the lead in the top. Of the season. Now a dangerous hitter, and Ava coming to the plate. She swings, pulls it down the line. This plays off Coffey's chest. Back-to-back air in a row. The 2-2 hit on the ground. Petty makes the play on the lip of the infield grass, throws to first for the second out of the inning. Has 2 in scoring position, pops it up behind the plate. Newland's got a beat on it and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. Calling for Newland to get the hit parade started. She puts this one into left field. Going back at the track and making the catch is Bejarano. She had the kitty litter under her spikes. Kate at the 3-2, puts it in the air to left field. Going back a long way. It's out of here! Home run! Georgia Clark, her 6th of the year, and we're tied up at 2 apiece. Case and Korth had just given to Petty. She lifts this into the air. Going back is Bejarano in left field. She'll settle under it right in front of the track. But one run comes across in the inning on one hit. The solo shot by Clark. We're tied up at 2 apiece, and we are 5 complete. She's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. Hits one on the ground to second base. Should be playable for Petty, who's over to first with it. 2 outs, nobody on. She swings but fouls it down the third base line. The 2-1 to Barber. Puts it in the air. Going back is Stewart. This one is over her head. One hops the wall. The throw in to second won't quite be in time. A 2-out. Here's the 2-out pitch. Put in the air. Behind shortstop. Pleasance going backwards. Makes the Willie Mays basket catch, and that retires the side. Inside, she has. Morrow sends her the signal. Here's the 3-1. The first run of the game with a bunt. She'll drop another one here right in front of the plate. The throw down to first is in time to get her 2 seconds. Go-ahead run for LSU standing on second base. Rudity, inside out swing, foul territory, third base side. Epinesa. Rudity with the foul ball. Here's the 1-2 to her. A rise ball. Bring up Savannah Stewart to the plate with a runner on third and 2 outs. 1-0. One hops. Morrow blocks it in front of her. Had thrown an illegal pitch. They wanted to make a change. Agbayani is not able to keep Stewart off the base pass, and Gutierrez scores. To even it up 2 apiece. First. Briggs, who's 0 for 3 today, looks at him. Sierra came into today's ball game hitting .365, 13 runs driven in on the year. To keep the inning going, LSU's plated 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking for a hit here. Puts it into the air, swung on into left field. Coming in is Bejarano, and Agbayani gets him out of the inning. Agbayani reached on a fielder's choice. She squares to bunt at this one and fouls it third base side. Berzon deals. This one's popped up, foul territory, first base side. Gutierrez makes the easy out. The 1-1 fouled back into the screen, and now BYU. Berzon's 1-2, swing and a miss. 9 strikeouts in the ball game, and LSU takes game 1 of the Purple and Gold Challenge by a score of 3-2 over BYU.